Okay. Hello, Chidima.
Hi, Erin. How are
Okay.
you?
Yeah, very fine. Let me shift a bit so that at least I get to be seeing what's there. So I would like us to do an interview on death and dying.
Okay.
Okay. I want to get your views and what you think. So you'll be a little bit audible so that we can take the voice from the video because it's a bit far from us. Okay. I'll be starting with how often do you think about death?
Okay, I think about that all the time. Even before now, I think about it, but I don't think I have spoken about it before.
Okay.
But I think about it all the time.
Okay. In what perspective do you think about death? How is it in the aspect of preparation for death or how?
I just think about.
As in you are not scared to think about
No,
death.
I'm not scared to think about it. I think about it because I've seen people die. My family members.
Yeah.
So once in a while, I think about it, how it will happen, how that day will be, where would I be after that time. I just think about it, but I don't think I've had a conversation with anybody about it.
You just personally, you just
Yes.
sit down and thinking about how death
I
is.
think about it because
Okay.
I know thinking about it has helped me a lot.
Okay.
Has helped me a lot on living my life daily, like it's my last day, trying to live my life, live a very fulfilled and a happy life,
Yeah.
knowing that this life is just once.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what
How
it
you
has
think about
helped me.
death. Okay. What does death mean to you?
Like I told you, death is a transition
Okay.
to the other side.
Okay.
Because I believe that how will I put it?
Okay, if you say transition, is it like you're
Yeah.
going to walk into the other
No,
side?
we all die. Like end of life. It's an end of life, end of living. But I believe that when that happens, you're transitioning to the other side because there's a life after now. That's what I believe. That there's a life after now. So
Very good, thank you. So we'll move on to the next question. In your culture, how do you take care of dying people?
it depends on who is dying and where they are dying.
Okay. Who is
Some
dying? Let's look at
where
who is dying.
yeah, it depends on who is dying. People, some families may not believe in some taking the person to the hospital.
Okay.
Some families may believe the person should be in the hospital or at home, receiving care from family members. So that's why I say it depends on who is dying and where the person is dying. But basically, where I come from, we take care of the dying person by generally doing everything that will make them happy towards the end of their lives. And then if there are instructions that they have, put it down, yes. So we try to do that exactly the way, trying to respect their last wishes. So that's actually how we take care. But for those of them that are in the hospital, I think it's also like that because I know that when my grandfather was dying, there were things. The day he called, he wanted his children to be around. There were things he told them. And I believe that they all carried out their father's instructions, because that's the only thing. Because when people are dying, at that moment, you do everything, basically everything that will make them happy, because you don't want them to transition, being angry, and all
Not
that.
being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. I like the culture. Okay, in your culture, what happens after death?
Well, when people die, in my place,
How do you basically do it? Like,
yeah, it depends. What
do
we
you
do,
celebrate?
we celebrate that if the person is an elderly,
Okay.
if the person has children, great grandchildren. So those are so
Maybe
basically
like
on the
from
person's
50
year.
or 60.
No, basically from like 70, 80, thereabouts. So there are so many cultures, things that they do if the person is a married man or a
Yeah.
married woman, So there are things that they, like the burial rites that are being performed, in order to before burial or maybe after burial. So it depends. But in my place, there are the ones that comes before the burial. There are ones that, after the person is being buried already.
Okay, like before the burial, do you maybe cook? Do you
Yeah, there are
have some
usually,
way maybe of preserving the body?
yes.
Or do you bury the body before the celebration?
No, in my place we don't bury immediately. We don't bury people immediately when they die. So when they die, their body or their corpse now corpse are being deposited in the mortuary,
Yeah.
and then the family members are given a certain period of time to gather themselves together.
Prepare a cook?
Yes, to prepare for the burial. So if the person is a Christian,
Yes.
so in my place, the church will usually give you 2 weeks
Okay.
for you to do the family to come together and then bury the person.
If it's not a
If
Christian.
it's not a Christian, whatever thing that the person believes in, they know how they do it. It's not. But I'm telling you about a Christian because I'm a Christian. So what we do, 2 weeks. But the person will be deposited in the mortuary, and after that time, on the burial day, the person will be brought. They will go to the church for, church service and all that. So after the church service, the person is being lowered on the ground.
Wow, this is interesting one. Especially for the Christian burial. 2 weeks maximum.
2 weeks maximum. And if there's any reason why you can't make it that 2 weeks,
Okay, it can be extended. It's
yes, you
flexible.
can ask the
It's not
church.
fixed.
Yes, you can. That's the fixed, but you can ask the church.
You can still
But
get
before the
that.
church gives you that kind, maybe the person's children are not from the country, or maybe the family is very poor, so they need to.
They have to be an urgent.
Yes, it has to be a big reason why you can't bury it.
Very good. So we're going over to the next question. When you think about your own death, what would be your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is usually not really how it will happen or where it will happen. But my biggest fear is like, that thought of being buried, being in a dark place, you're just lowered in the ground and all the sand on you. So to me, I feel what will happen in that time, as in only me being in a dark place, and I think that's my biggest fear.
Okay, being in the ground, not like the death itself. Okay, being left, that loneliness.
Less, yes. Loneliness.
Wow, it's good to hear that. Okay, if you become unresponsive and we're in the hospital, who would you like to make healthcare decisions for you?
Okay,
And
that's
why?
my first daughter. My first daughter.
Wow.
Because my first daughter is someone that I trust, and she has really exhibited this kind of level of maturity, at a very young age. So she will be the one that I would like to make my healthcare decisions, because I know that she will carry out every instruction that I give based on that.
Why are you not considering your husband?
Oh, my husband is quite older than me, so
You don't know,
I don't know who I trust.
what you said in the last video. Alright, okay. Why are you not considering the boys, your sons? Since you know in African tradition, there is the opportunity, there is this common thing of placing boys first, no matter their position in the family.
Yeah, that's traditionally, but personally, because I'm not going to follow tradition, I will do exactly what suits me.
What makes you happy.
Yes, and what makes me happy.
Exactly.
So yes, I have boys. I have two boys.
Yeah.
But they are the younger ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Your daughter is the eldest.
My daughter is the eldest, and I know that my daughter will want to bring everybody together. She has always done that.
Wow.
Yes, and she's somebody that they all respect. You know, they see her as a big sister.
So it's easy to obey
So
her
yes,
instructions.
it's easy to obey her, and I will want them to continue seeing her that way. You know, even though she may be married that time, but she will still be the one to call them together and say, "This is your mommy wants," and all that. And I know that they won't do that.
Wow, that's good. The next question, recognizing that death will certainly happen, what does it mean to live your life fully every day?
For me, to live a fulfilled life is every day is try to be happy, no matter what's happening around you. The things that you cannot control, just let them go. Okay? Make use of every time every opportunity that you have. But more especially living a life and trying to make everybody around you to be happy. Making sure that everybody is okay.
Yeah.
For me, being able to touch lives, be kind to people around you. That's it basically. And for me, I want to be happy every day, no matter what the circumstances, what is happening around my environment. I will try to always be happy and not to let anything. But that though it's hard, but it's doable.
Alright, very good. Living your life to the fullest. Trying not to let things bother you. Okay, we'll move on back to the next question. Why is talking about death so difficult? Why do you think so?
Naturally.
Even though I know that you are not scared.
Yeah, death is a scary thing. It's something to be fearful about because the truth is that nobody knows what will happen after now. So I think the reason why people are so scared is they are not sure of the other side. They don't even know if there's another side. They don't know what what they're gonna face. That's I don't know, but basically death is scary.
Okay, is it that they are not aware, they don't know how it's going to be on the other side? Maybe there's a fire that will burn them, or what?
I
What
don't
do you
know.
think?
I don't know, but that feeling
Or
that you're no more.
okay,
That feeling that your loved ones, you're not able to see them again. That feeling that you will all be alone.
yeah.
That you're all be alone. I think that's why people don't like talking about it. Nobody likes to talk about death.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
it's really difficult.
But just few people who understand that it's a natural occurrence. It can happen anytime, anywhere. But the most important thing is to be ready, and wait. Nobody knows when it will happen.
Wow, so good. Thank you for granting me this privilege. It's really a hard thing for most people to talk about, and I'm really happy you granted me this privilege. Thank you very much.
And thanks for having me, babe.
You're welcome.